Since starting this channel at the beginning of the year, I've visited 16 theme parks in 5 different countries. Here's my top 10 rides from 2023. At number 10 is a bit of a curveball, from a park that very few people get to visit because to enter you must have children with you. In Gulliver's Valley, then in England, Rigger's Revenge. Rigger's Revenge is a very short ride lasting less than a minute, but it's a suspended coaster, and by suspended I mean you're suspended, not a train. It's just great fun. At number 9, staying within the UK but a little bit further up north this time, at Flamingoland, Sick. This coaster has a very similar layout to Colossus at Thorpe Park, which I still have not managed to ride, but this one has lap bar restraints and is a lovely smooth ride. At number 8, staying in the UK yet again, is Stealth at Thorpe Park. My first experience on the ride, visited the park a couple of times, never been on it, but when I went this year, I knew one of the other rides on this list was coming, so I had to go on it in preparation. Number 7 is one of 2 wooden coasters on this list. A bit of a classic in the UK, Wickerman, Alton Towers' first and only wooden coaster. For many years they talked about getting a wooden coaster. He finally put one in and it is still an amazing ride. At number 6 we have a ride which many people consider the best ride in the UK currently. Next year may change things. And one of my favourite parks, a park I hold dear, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It is of course Icon. At number 5, finally leaving England, Kullen over in Emerald Park. Visited this park for the first time this year. Great little family park. They've got some new rides coming next year which I am looking forward to. But Kullen, oh boy, that ride and at the end of the day, back row, that was insane. At number 4, heading over towards Spain now, went to Ferrari Land in August, stupid time of year to go, but Red Force, fantastic ride. As I said earlier, Stealth was kind of like the lead up to this one, so thoroughly enjoyed it. Fantastic ride. Number 3, this is probably controversial because many people consider this to be the best coaster, hands down, across the world. I loved it. It is number 3 on my list. It's Ride to Happiness at Flamingoland, Japan. Mac Extreme Spinning Coaster, fantastic ride. Every time you go on it is unique. The sound, the layout, just everything is great. But there's 2 above it for me. In second place, jumping back over to Portaventura, for me, Shambala was an amazing ride. I rode it during the day, I rode it at night, just amazing. Fantastic views, loads of airtime, just non-stop. Absolute must if you visit the park. So that leaves me with one last coaster, my top coaster for the year. Of all the parks I visited, I would say this one just stood out to me, the overall package, the theming, in the queue, less so on the ride itself, the whole experience, the hang time, just unbelievable, and that is Escape from Gotham City in Parque Warner. A park that, to be honest, probably one of my top parks this year. spectacular, cannot fault park. The operations were amazing, the ride lineup was fantastic, and this was an amazing addition to the park. Anyway guys, that's been my top rides for this year. I have a trip to Florida planned in February and many other trips planned throughout the rest of 2024, so I'm sure I'll have a very different list this time next year. Let me know in the comments below what your top 10 is, what you think of the ones that I've picked. Drop this a like, share it with a friend. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad. See you in the next one. Adios!